Dude, we got a new banner.
Banner!
Ryan Jester surprised us today with a brand new backdrop for the podcast, and holy hell, it turned out beautiful.
Yeah, the people I just did it on Amazon. I just sent it, found a custom banner thing, threw the logo on, and they were actually really good because they like send you an email back. And because you can like pick your shipping or whatever, but they like send you a personal email saying like, hey, do you need this specifically for something? Because we want to make sure you get it in time.
Oh, awesome.
And I was like, no, it's not like whatever your guys' normal stuff is. It works fine. And I mean, the detail on it is incredible.
I was going to say, I didn't know our logo had that much detail until seeing this banner.
It's blown up. Yeah, dude.
I really like the championship B, like, and then of course the film reel, but
yep.
Awesome.
And the whiskey on the rocks B too. Like it all it's every facet of our show perfectly.
Yeah. With that said, welcome to the show.
Bourbon. Belts. Blockbusters. You are listening to the Triple B Podcast. Let's fucking go.
You got your cash in this week. It's not our typical cash in, but
it's not our typical cash in. You can find it on our socials.
At Trip B Pod.
Yeah, at Trip B Pod.
It's a tribute.
It is a tribute. We did no bumps today. It's better for our bodies.
Our bodies appreciate it so much.
It's better for our bodies, and it was a not to be too on the nose here, but it was a little tribute.
It is.
Little tribute. Got Saturday night's main event happening in about an hour and 10 minutes or so, and so as soon as we're done with this, we're going to be watching it. It's Cena's last match. So, that being said, also, the cash-in itself is not our typical cash-in.
Oh.
It is still whiskey. Don't worry.
Okay.
But it's not it's not bourbon.
Oh.
Okay.
This is a first.
It is a first. I changed it up. And the reason I did it, it's actually a really good reason. And I think like just the way the things all kind of melded together here, you're going to be like, what the hell? So what we have here is Legacy.
Legacy.
Okay.
I like it.
So we have the Legacy whiskey. It is a Canadian whiskey. Okay. So not a bourbon. It is a blended Canadian whiskey, but with the situation of today.
Yes.
And what today means and what it stands for, I just wanted to read this blurb on the back.
Okay.
Because I was contemplating this, right? I was standing in the aisle. The gal got it for me. Because I was like, the name of it is too perfect.
It's spot on.
We're talking about the end of a legacy. Not the end of a legacy, but the legacy of John Cena and his career ending today.
Yeah.
Right? And then I read this because I was like, it's Canadian whiskey. It's not actually bourbon. I was like, I know I'm really walking a fine line here. Then I read the blurb.
Yeah.
And it's too perfect. All right. So
give it to me.
Insight comes from experience. And experience, well, that just takes time. But once you've endured a few bumps and bruises, once this old world has seasoned you up a bit, what you're left with is a weathered wisdom that's been from a lifetime of doing. What you're left with is a legacy. And a legacy is something that's meant to be shared. From father to son, master to apprentice, old-timer to up-and-comer. And while no two legacies are the same, one truth has stood the test of time. At the end of the day, a couple of fingers of great whiskey is about as fine a way to smooth away the rough edges as just about anything on this earth.
I mean, that blurb is spot on.
And with that, we're going to bust this open, and we're going to see if I can figure out how to open the plastic piece here.
It's going to end up on my floor. He's going to pick it up later.
There we go. Huh?
Oh, I said it's going to end up on the floor, and he's going to pick it up later.
Is that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
So I have zero idea what exactly this is going to...
Smell good?
Smells good.
All right.
But the name of it, the blurb,
I mean, the up-and-comer part
The
just
up-and-comer, the
screams
bumps and
today's,
bruises,
like, the
the-
tournament.
it says from father to son. Like, you know how many videos I've seen of like dudes our age at some of Cena's last shows with their kids, and like the grown men are crying.
Smells good.
And
To legacy.
to legacy. Okay.
Yeah. Not
All right.
a lot of flavor.
Yeah, not a ton.
Packs a punch like right in the middle of the sip.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a burn.
Yeah.
On the swallow, but it's not an overwhelming burn. It's sweet. There's definitely like a bourbon sweetness to it.
Yeah, it definitely has sweetness.
Doesn't have a ton of flavor, like you said.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a watered down sweetness whiskey.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's kind of watery, but you definitely taste it.
Yeah.
I'm going going 7.
It's literally what I was holding up. Yeah, I'm going 7 too.
I'm going 7 because
It's fine. It's, it's not anywhere near, and I didn't think it was going to be. It was like I got it for like $22 at Freddy's today. But honestly, I think it's more of the meaning behind.
Yeah, I'm bumping
name
the
of
score
it
up a little because the name
and the blurb and how just fitting it was, and I was just like, it was hard for me to pass on. So
yeah, no, I agree.
I went for it.
But I think this will be an easy sip on.
Yeah,
and
it's not.
If that's what you're looking for in a whiskey
Yeah.
or bourbon, this should be right up your alley. Not a lot of
for
burn.
sure.
Very easy to sip on.
Yeah.
And
We're just used. We're used to a bourbon profile, and this is obviously lacking that. So I think our judgment's probably a little skewed because we're not used to sipping on Canadian whiskey.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's good.
Yeah,
it's definitely.
I really like the bottle, and like you said, it really just has some meaning around today.
If you really look, you got to really get some light on it. If you look.
Oh yeah, you can see the mountain range.
There's a mountain range.
Yeah,
like the back of the logo is like the outline of the mountain range, but if you look past the actual logo through the bottle to the inside, you can see the actual mountain range, and you can see like fences and stuff and like grass and stuff when the light's on it, right? So that was also just a cool kind of logo. So
I like it. I really like it. That brings us to our bourbon talking points of the week. We got Hawk Talk, of course, and with that, the Seahawks beat the Atlanta Falcons a whopping 37-9.
Yeah, dog.
What are your takeaways? Your 3 takeaways from the game?
So I saw a lot of stuff, that kind of, so there are some beat writers out there dogging us because it was 6-6 at half. Right. So that's kind of my first point here is I absolutely love the adjustments that were made at halftime on both sides of the ball. It's the ability to do that as not just a head coach, but to be able to be all on the same page with head coach to your coordinators to your position coaches and everything is such an underestimated part of the game, to be able to like take what you're doing, your game plan that you've been prepping for a week on, come into a game and it's just not quite working, and be able to look at what they're doing and then make adjustments at halftime and then come back out and literally go 31-3 in the second half.
It was
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it was, you could say we started slow or whatever. Atlanta has a good defense. They've had a good defense all year. Their offense is just fucking awful. Yeah. And, they've had injuries. They were missing Drake London. That Penix is on IR or whatever. They have Cousins out there who's just kind of a shell of who he once was, and all these things. So, like, their offense is down. So it's like, this final score is the score that it should have been. And the thing is, nobody in these other games that we've blown teams out in, when we've blown them out in the first half, when we've put up 30 points, we're like one of the only teams or something like that, or but there's some statistic that we're like at the top of the pack of scoring 30 points in a quarter.
Oh, damn.
How many times we've done it this year.
Yeah.
And we did it in the third quarter. We've usually done it in, I think, the first or the second. this year. So nobody ever talked about how we slowed down in the second half and we didn't really score at all in the second half of most of those games that we blew them out.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like we came out a little slow. It was a 10 a.m. start, for us.
Clearly on the other side of the country.
Way on the other side, like about as far the other side of the country from us as you could get.
Minus, Florida.
And it make the adjustments, come back, and then you just wallop them. And you do exactly what you should do to a team that is inferior to you.
And in old regimes, we wouldn't have made those adjustments.
No.
We would have stuck the course and tried to make it work.
Yep.
And so it's refreshing to see.
It would have been a run for a loss, screen, punt.
Yep.
Right? Like, every time. Next thing I have is that we have given up only 9 points now over the last 8 quarters.
That's fucking wild.
And we have the chance to make history tomorrow against the Colts, who are also offensively hurting. So I forget exactly again what the stat is, but it's something about going three games without a touchdown or something like that. Like,
damn.
I think the only teams that have ever gone that long without giving up a score was like the Steelers in the mid 80s or 70s or whatever the Steel Curtain was.
Yeah, the Steel Curtain.
And then before that, there was like a span of like 53 quarters or something like that but that was from before like the merger, before the Super Bowl was even a thing, like before it was the NFL. That was like the whatever it used to be. And it was a team that doesn't exist anymore.
Gotcha.
But they went like 12 or 13 straight shutouts.
Damn. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we haven't given up a touchdown in the last however long now, 8 quarters, I guess, because I think the Titans did score in the 4th. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Our defense is just, again, it's crazy, and now we're getting Julian Love, like, seems to be fully back now because he's captain tomorrow. And then Jaron Reed, like they were both kind of on a snap count last week, and luckily with our D-line, everyone's kind of on a snap count because we have such depth that we can rotate and keep guys fresh, so you don't have to have anyone in there the whole game, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's great for Jaron Reed too. And then Shaheed getting more involved in the offense is absolutely underestimatedly huge. Like him having the 4 catches for 60 something yards last week was huge. Because this just opens up, like, now that he's getting more comfortable and we're able to start targeting him and he's understanding it, now you get him and JSN and AJ Barner and K9 out of the backfield and Cooper Kupp out there, and like Coop fucking scoring another touchdown last weekend. Like, our offense starts putting some of these things together, and it's gonna be scary coming to the end of the year for other teams. What about you?
I got to give another shout out to Nick Emenwari. He was just an absolute stud this game. He was a huge part of that defensive
blocked
stand.
Field goal, first interception. He had like four tackles for loss.
That one where he busted through the line and then got back to stop the run.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Was that the one where he flipped the running back?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was...
It was just wild.
He is a monster.
He is a monster.
And then having him and Spoon in the same fucking secondary together is just insane.
It's just, I love everything I'm seeing from him. And so, like, just hearing from the stories where we tried to go up to the first round to get him, like back into the first round to get him, and luckily just no one took him until we did in the second round. So, I love that. I also talked about Shaheed. Just him getting more involved, like you said. I totally agree with you. The kick return was awesome, and it just that lit the spark.
It's crazy because we have all pro level players, and we have at every level of our defense, multiple different levels of our offense, on our special teams. We have guys that can literally hit home runs from any spot in all 3 phases of the game. Which is awesome.
Exactly. And then lastly, just another return to form. JSN got back into it after a slow game the week before. 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards.
92 yards.
Just right back to where he belongs.
He has to average 134 yards a game over these next 4 games to break the record.
Okay.
He had a 4-game streak earlier in the year where he averaged 136.2 or 3. So he can do it.
He can.
And the thing is, against, maybe not tomorrow, depending on how it goes, and we'll get into that, but definitely the last 3 games, we could potentially have to be throwing the ball and scoring to keep up or stay ahead kind of thing. So who knows?
Yeah.
It is still possible. It is not out of the realm of possibilities. It's just, I think, unlikely at this point, but we'll see.
And then I love his character. He just talks about how much he cares. Just it's a team win.
Yeah,
it's not about him.
He doesn't care about. No. We all give a shit about the record just because it would be cool to be like, yeah, a Seahawk has that record, but
he's just all
he
about
just
the
wants
team.
to win. Like that's all he wants to do.
Which is just so awesome.
Again, that mentality is from top to fucking bottom of our program right now. That's a lot of this to talk about. It is just the culture around it all.
Yeah. All right, next up we got the Colts at home, and we got a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement. He was a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame this year, and he decides to unretire. And
he hasn't played since the COVID year. And his last game was January 9th of 2021 when he lost to the Bills in the
conference championship,
divisional round, I think.
Okay. I always get those rounds mixed up.
Yeah.
Conference is the final.
That's the one before the Super Bowl, Okay. But I think it was either the wild card or the divisional because the Colts with him at the helm, they didn't go that far. But yeah, so... And
he's set to start.
I mean, it's crazy because this definitely tells you something about where the Colts are mentally at, I think. Like, Daniel Jones tears his Achilles. Anthony Richardson's on IR. Riley Leonard has been dealing with a knee injury, but he's been a full participant in practice this week. He's a rookie. You have Brett Rippon on the practice squad. They clearly don't trust him. Understandably, he's fucking terrible. They clearly don't trust their rookie quarterback either.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to a 44-year-old who hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL in 5 years.
Which is just wild. Just wild.
That's fucking insane.
Against
our fucking defense of all games to do it too. It's this one against our fucking D.
Because
you're bringing out a dude who literally can't move. Like he ain't scrambling.
No.
He ain't getting away from our pass rush. Your fucking offensive line better hold up.
Yeah.
Which I know they have a good offensive line. So like
they do.
I will give them that. They have a very good offensive line.
They got a really good run game.
That brings me to the one point that I had about this.
Yeah,
and that
what's
is
your focus?
The only thing I wrote was Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor is arguably the best. I don't even know if it's arguable. I think he is the best running back in the game right now. He's leading the league by quite a bit in rushing yards. He has like 1,300 or something on the year right now.
It's the first game in a really long time that the leading receiver and leading rusher are playing in the same game.
Really? Okay. Well, and he's the leading rusher against, I think, what is close to, if not our number one ranked rushing defense.
Yeah.
We're really close to the top if we're not the number one right now. Especially after we held Bijan to 80 yards last week.
Yeah.
So I know our team is looking forward to it, but it's if we keep Jonathan Taylor below 100 yards, we're winning this game. Outright. Handedly. Because Phillip Rivers in his last season, where he was actually a full-time NFL player, had been playing his entire career up until that point. His like average air yards per throw was like 7 yards a throw. So he was already dwindling down from what he was earlier in his career.
Yeah.
You're not going to expect a dude to come out of retirement 5 years later. He's 44 years old and just be slinging bombs down the field. He's going to have to, it's going to have to be quick, get it out. They're going to really be relying on their rushing, on their run game. If we can even slow down, not even completely trounce the run game. If we can just slow them down, keep them under 100 yards, this game, their offense is going to be able to stay on the field.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right. Well, my focus is let's just use this not as a warm-up game, but I really want this to be a full, complete game because we got the Rams in a quick turnaround.
Yes.
And that can make or break this stretch to the division.
In all honesty, this needs to be a first or halfway through the second quarter blowout.
Yeah. And
because then we can just play backups the rest of the game, and it saves our having to turn around. And then we need the Lions to play, either beat the Rams would be fantastic.
They need to beat them.
But if not, at least like take them to overtime.
Yeah.
Go to OT. Make
like
them fucking last. Make this game fucking go forever. Tie at the end of overtime even.
Ooh.
That would be fantastic. They play 5 full fucking quarters and tie, so now we're already beating them, and then they have to come to Seattle and on a Thursday on a short turnaround.
Ugh. Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Well, that brings us over to
Bells.
Ryan. What do you want to talk about?
I'm not as negative this week.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I do have one negative.
Okay.
But outside of that, the other two main talking points I have are kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's like good things, but also I have like things that I was kind of also like, what?
Some qualms.
You know? So first off, Gunther's promo, fiery.
Yeah.
Very well done. It was solid. The unfortunate side of that was it was so expected. Almost everything he was saying was like, oh, we've seen this exact thing before, and that was Goldberg.
Yeah.
It was nothing different, nothing new. It was recycled, exact same thing. He's just so good at giving those fiery promos that it doesn't take you out of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he keeps you in it, and he keeps you forgetting that. But then when you really like sit back and think about it, you're like, well, that was pretty much almost word for word what he said about Gunther or Goldberg going into that match.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I love Gunther.
Yeah.
I really do. And I listen to him in the ring, and to your point, I felt the same. I was like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter that it was. I mean, when you get down and think about it, sure it does. But just to your point, he just carries himself so well, and I just love how he toyed with the crowd, and he's like, Cena's not here and all that. So it was good. It was a masterclass, and could it have been a more original? Yeah, but
I think it just would have been better if we didn't waste the time with the Goldberg thing earlier in the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this wasn't, he's going to retire 2 legends this year, right? Goldberg and a legend.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it would have been, it would have more meaning and more purpose. It's just now, this whole thing now just feels like we're like, oh, we saw this at SummerSlam or whatever the fuck it was.
Saturday night's main event.
Oh yeah, Saturday night's main event. That's right. So yeah. My second one was Lyra and Roxanne absolutely fucking cooked.
Yeah,
that match was so good, and especially with Liv being in her corner, I thought was great. Mm-hmm. The one thing I have with this is, but now Roxanne's like the leader of, or not Roxanne, sorry, Raquel's like the leader now in that role, going for the world title. That part throws me off and doesn't make any sense to me.
This whole week with Judgment Day threw me off because I just sang their praises about last week and how, like, you can see some fractions, but like Liv's back leading the show, and it felt
and they
complete.
Ended so dominantly last Monday.
Yeah, and then it just turned into, well, I'm going for the world heavyweight title, and sure, Raquel deserves it. She did great things without Liv and everything, but it's just, I don't know. It was just like a complete 180 from last week.
Yeah, it was weird. So that's where I was like, we gotta see this out and see where it goes. I don't want to like shit on it, but goddamn, that was already 2. I had been on a decent streak, but I don't care for Raquel in that in that role.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's fair to her necessarily, because I do think she's fantastic in the ring. I just don't think she has the character to be world champion.
No, I agree.
Right? Like, I think that part of her is still developing and getting figured out.
Yeah.
Where it's like Liv immediately coming back could have thrown herself into that, and we all would have been like, let's fucking go, Liv and fucking Stephanie.
yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Yep.
Right? So
Agreed.
Yeah.
I will give Raquel credit. Like, her little promo against Stephanie was awesome.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
like
I agree
her,
with you.
her mic work is solid. Her in-ring work's fantastic. It has improved exponentially since she came into the main roster. It's just there's something missing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. And so, like I said, it's not necessarily fair to her, because I don't think it's anything she's doing. It's probably more on the creative side of everything. I just feel like there's something missing. She doesn't have that it factor yet to be world champion.
I agree. And I think maybe just showing a little more dominance. She is a big force. And maybe, but yeah, she doesn't command the room like Liv does, like Stephanie does. And it's just, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, here's my issue. Here's my negative point. It's the one true negative point.
Okay.
Because I thought there was nothing good about this entire thing. And this is exactly what I wrote, verbatim. What an unorganized, shitty conclusion to the show. I said that was mind-blowingly bad, from a relatively uneventful main event match to the shocking interference to the second appearance of the Black Mask guy to Braun's totally uneven promo, the weird interruption of LA Knight in the back, the obvious disconnect between Logan Paul and Bronson Reed continuing to beat him up in the back, and then going back to Braun Breaker finishing his promo before the tsunamis. It was all just fucking weird. It did not feel like it was... It felt like something was fully just off. It felt like something happened, like something bad happened, and they were like scrambling to just make things work. And like, if that's what actually happened, then honestly, I would almost prefer you come out and fucking say that so that we know. Because right now it just feels like that was meant to happen.
Yeah.
And I thought almost that entirety from the start of that match was just absolutely terrible for the rest of the night.
It was a legit mess. I had the same. I was like, what's going on? Like, why is it all over the place? And it's
like you have Braun Breaker giving it what already wasn't. It was nowhere near the promo he gave last week. It was almost like, again, recycled. It felt like the exact same fucking kind of thing. I will give him the one note of, I'll take your wife too. That was a good line. I'll give him that. But that was the only decent thing out of that fucking promo, really.
It got me to pop. I was like, oh!
I know. I was also like, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
When like he was like, I'll take this, I'll take that. He said, hell, well, I'm at it. I was like, hey, he's gonna talk about AJ. Here it goes, because that's where the real personal shit comes in now. Is gonna be Punk's gonna come back this next week, and he's gonna bring up the fact that he's talking about his wife. Okay, I get that. But the rest of the promo was weird, and then you throw off the random interruption from backstage. Like, that it seemed like it felt to Braun like that was out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden, LA Knight was just up on the screen. He's like in the middle of talking. He's like, what the fuck's going on right now? Yeah. That's kind of how like his reaction seemed. And then Logan and Bronson get out of the ring and start walking up. And then he goes back and keeps talking. Yeah. And then it cuts back to them beating the shit out of LA Knight. And it was just like, what is happening? And then it was like, what was the point of that?
Take out LA Knight until January 5th. Is my guess.
January. Is that the Punk and
Braun?
I was thinking even the Rumble.
Maybe.
Maybe he wins it.
I doubt it.
I know. They just keep absolutely shitting on the one guy in the company that actually deserves the biggest fucking push ever. Anyways, So that was my 3 points there of that. I was very disappointed with the ending of Raw. Yeah, because like the rest of the show was overall pretty fucking good.
It was solid.
Too.
Yeah,
like I didn't think like there wasn't a part of me until that I was kind of like eh. You know, I was into it. I'm watching it. It was fine. It was a kind of a normal Raw. There wasn't anything crazy spectacular, but then that happened, and I was just like, what the? And that's what we ended on. It was such a fucking shitty taste in my mouth the rest of the week until SmackDown last night. Yeah. So, My banger of the night.
Cap?
The Usos are back.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
And I thought, I actually think this is perfect.
Do you think it's long term?
I hope so.
Or is it part of a storyline?
I don't know. I hope it's long term. I hope this isn't like feeding into Jay turning on Jimmy and this creates a... That's how we get the heel turn in Jay. I hope this is legit because what I wrote was this is huge for the men's tag division on Raw.
100%.
This is the shot in the arm that the men's tag division on Raw needed. To them coming out and getting in New Day's face and then getting in AJ and Dragon Lee's face, like you already had the War Raiders and obviously in that match, which was a great match too.
Yeah.
I just feel like this was that kind of like, okay, they're ramping up the tag division on Raw now, similar to what they're doing across both brands with the women's.
Yeah.
It felt good to me.
Yeah.
So I hope it's not just part of a storyline to just lead further down the weird dark path of Jay.
Yeah.
I hope this was literally him getting called by Jimmy and being like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Let's get back to let's get back to us and let's do this thing.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I was more like almost didn't care about AJ and Dragon Lee because of how impactful the New Day and Usos face off. Like New Day hasn't been relevant really in a long time.
Yeah.
And that instantly was just like, hell yeah, they've had banger matches and it can come back.
Yeah,
so,
it can come back. And the fact that Jay giving that promo said the best tag team in the world or whatever he said straight to the New Day was like, oh, they're just taking shots right out the fucking gate here.
Yeah.
This is already reopening the door of this feud, which is fantastic.
Which is great. Exactly. I'm just a skeptic of it though, of it being
because
like
of the immediately after what the conclusion what we saw last week with Jay. I know. I was thinking the same thing, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt and hoping that they are going to re-energize the men's tag division because that's what it needs.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Tag divisions are better when the Usos are involved.
That brings me over to SmackDown.
Yeah, dog.
I'm a little nervous about it going to 3 hours because SmackDown has been on this roller coaster of being good, and then they announced that it's going back to 3 hours at the beginning of January. So
they announced it on the show.
Yeah,
I missed that. Yeah. I did not hear that at all.
Yeah, so
right. It's part of my issue of always watching the shows with my toddler. I don't always catch every detail.
a little nervous about it just from how inconsistently it's been, but hopefully that gives them time to do some stories on the show.
Maybe it's been inconsistent because they went back to 2 hours and then they started to lose themselves in like, what are we fitting on this show?
Yeah.
So maybe the 3 hours will help give them a little bit more buffer. And
True. All right, going into my three things and then my banger. The MFT versus the Wyatts feud is bringing out some really good highlights. Like Solo, while very like close to my heart, he did take some jabs at like Bray Wyatt last week and pulled at the strings and then kind of continued to do so last night with the run, which I thought was good. As long as, Bo Dallas is good with it too. I'm sure he is.
I'm sure it's all been creatively.
But it's just, I like it. It's getting personal. My one qualm with this is it's going around the tag titles. I want it to be a war between the full family. Yeah. Right? Like I think the tag title match is going to be good, and there's going to be a lot of obviously outside interference and going on during the match and stuff. But I want it more to be a war between the two families, not just focused on tag champions.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just the beginning of it and everything. But I mean, overall, I think this is the best feud for the Wyatts so far. It gives them a chance to talk on the mic and really just create that holy shit moment. Like when they first faced off with the MFTs, it was just like, holy shit, they're a family versus family. It looks really cool. So I think it's been really good for them. Like I said, I just kind of want to see a war between the two.
They have to add another member to the Wyatt Six.
They do. Yeah, agreed.
I'm sorry, like Nikki Cross can't be that person.
No.
Because like we've talked about before, it doesn't work in a match.
Yeah.
There's not even a female on the MFTs. So like there has to be another person, because right now it doesn't make sense, or you're gonna have somebody sitting out. And as much as I would love to see Tongaloa not involved in any of this, he'll probably be the first one involved.
Yeah, and it would probably be Solo sitting out.
Sitting out, which doesn't make any sense then either, because you have Solo sitting out, but Uncle Howdy wrestling. Like, you need another member so that you can make the leaders sending in their fucking agents to do all this shit.
Agreed.
And then it leads to like the tag titles, then it leads to something else, and it leads to just the whole clash.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking in my mind, like, what if this eventually led to, hear me out, Elimination Chamber, and we do some crazy thing in Elimination Chamber where it starts 1-on-1, but then in each pod there's 2 members of the other team.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be fucking cool. That would be new and unique, and that would be a really cool way to like make Elimination Chamber something different.
Boom, you just created a new...
You're welcome, Paul Levesque. Fuck.
All right, next talking point. Lash Legend really is the bougie bully, because
she's so fucking good.
She is
dude.
so good, and Alexa Bliss
insane.
was the perfect opponent for her.
Absolutely perfect.
There was some rough looking spots in there.
Everything Lash has done since she came up with Nia Jax has looked absolutely fucking brutal. Yeah. Like her fucking little forearm like punch thing that she does, her fucking big boot, the choke slams, the fucking
the Dominator over the barricade.
Oh my god, I know.
Was just like,
I was like, oh, this isn't ending well. And then she flipped. She got her fully rotated. Yeah. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
And then her fucking finisher, I'm sorry, is still fucking fantastic.
It's so good.
The lash extension,
is
such a dope move. It is such a dope fucking move.
Just everything about her character works, and
there's only one fucking issue with her character.
She's with Nia.
It's Nia Jax.
I literally have.
It's
just get her away from Nia.
Giant fucking succubus of talent and potential.
Agreed, but just what a powerhouse. All right, next talking point.
I actually disagree with what I just said. I'm going to be totally honest with you. While I hate Nia Jax in the ring, Nia Jax outside of the ring is actually really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Her character outside of the ring is fucking good.
Yeah.
Her personality is the perfect fit with Lash. I just can't stand her in the ring because she still just is so bad.
Yeah.
But if she can be the stepping stool to get Lash to that next level, by all means, and like get Lash's character development good, because Nia Jax's character is it's always been very well laid out and very well done.
Yeah,
and she's really good backstage on in the interviews and her facial expressions. Like her and Solo, we talked about it. Like her and Solo have the best facial expressions outside of Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
So, Anyways, I just wanted to say I always shit on Nia Jax. I wanted to clarify.
Way to go, man! Yeah. This is a big moment for you. Mark the calendar, everyone.
I know. I'm turning a new page.
All right.
Just keep her out of the fucking ring. I'm back.
He's back. Ciampa versus Dragunov. What a fucking just bravo. Just brutality.
We don't appreciate, we do. We will appreciate it. We are not worthy.
Yep.
We don't deserve it.
Such a good match, and this, like, I love DIY as a tag team, but I want Ciampa to go solo. I want Gargano to go solo, because if the writers do it right, both those guys can tell a great story. They're great characters, and they're so good in the ring. Like they can make such a good feud for the U.S. Championship or beyond that, and that's kind of what I want them to do.
You can kind of parlay this with both of them getting these U.S. title shots.
Mm-hmm.
You could kind of parlay this into that.
Exactly.
And have Gargano and his wife, why am I totally spacing on
Candice
her name?
Candice
LeRae,
yeah.
Thank you. Like, turn on and screw over Ciampa.
Yeah.
And then that could turn, which would be, I feel like, which would catch people off guard too, because I feel like if you get them splitting and one goes heel and one goes face, you would think it would be Gargano would go face and Ciampa would stay heel.
Yeah.
But then you get Ciampa now kind of pushed as the heel side of this, with the very evil marriage tandem of those two.
Yeah.
And that also sets up a potentially dope ass rivalry between Gargano and Gargano and Candice LeRae, and potentially Aleister Black and Zelina Vega.
There you go.
Because that would be dope too.
Yeah.
That would be a fantastic match.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options there. I don't hate that idea.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I do love them as a tag team.
Yeah.
though. They're so fucking good.
Exactly.
So,
and so it's bittersweet, but
Yeah.
I've seen their feuds in NXT. Love it. I know
It's like Sammy and KO.
Yeah,
It's like Sammy and KO.
100%.
It's
You
very
know they're going to
similar.
come back together eventually.
And,
so
and they will, no matter what it is, whatever storyline it is that they're involved in, they're going to put on fantastic fucking matches.
exactly. And then I can't say enough good things about Dragunov. Everything he does in the ring is just so brutal, but perfect. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
And we just got a face turn from fucking Carmelo Hayes. Like official face turn.
Official. Yeah.
He came out and saved him, and then you saw the moment of kind of hesitancy to help him up, and they fuck it, and he did it, and then it's like, all right, let's go.
Big things for
I'm
Hayes.
good with that too. Like, I'd love to see that run.
Yeah, agreed. Which brings me to my banger of the night.
Hell yeah.
It's Obafemi.
Yep. I knew it was.
It's
I knew
Obafemi.
it was. That promo he gave was absolutely, and we talked about this last week, that this could be a moment where he crumbles in the spotlight.
And he did not.
Not like, I have zero worry about him in the ring now.
No.
The wrestling part is the easiest part of what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it really is. It's like, for them, that's the part that they've trained for their entire fucking lives, is the wrestling, the in-ring work, the chemistry, all that stuff. The promo one-on-one, mic to mic with Cody fucking Rhodes at this stage of Cody's career, where he is literally QB1, he's the face of the company, and he just comes out and fucking delivers.
100% delivers, dude. I told you last week, I'm so big on Obafemi. The thing that surprised me the most was the crowd knows him. Like,
Yeah, dude.
they were eating him up right
the second
away.
I don't think his music actually hit yet. It went dark and turned green, and they went fucking crazy. Like, the lights turned green, the lights dimmed, everything turned green. They went fucking wild, and then his music hit. I swear to God.
Because a lot of these call-ups, you get a lot of crickets until they figure out who they are. They know who Femi is.
Yeah.
WWE struck gold with this guy. He's going to be huge on the main roster.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting him to win, but I hope they do him good for Saturday night's main event, because that was a big moment that could have easily gone the other way with him. But to your point, he delivered on all cylinders.
Absolutely.
And like, I feel like there was time in that segment where Cody could have got on the mic and carried it if he needed to.
Yeah.
But he was like,
Didn't need to.
Yeah.
Didn't
And
need
just,
to.
God, he was so cold on the mic. It was so good.
Even the grab of the arm, and he pulls him back, and then he holds up his title. Like, I loved that, because he's like, yeah, it's NXT, but it is still just as meaningful.
Yep.
Like, that's what that felt like.
Yeah.
And it should. That, like, the NXT champion should feel that way.
Yep.
You know? Like,
It was
that's awesome.
It was such an amazing moment. So,
Yeah.
loved it.
It was great.
He's got the aura. Bringing us over to the belt question of the week. His time is up. It's officially coming to an end tonight. So let's discuss John Cena and his career briefly. So I got a few questions here. What is a favorite moment of his career? Did you always like him, or were there times you didn't? And then anything else you'd like to add, because the last time is now.
Yeah, man. I think my favorite moment and memory of Cena. It's tough, because it's really fucking tough for obvious reasons, but I think, can I break it down into two different categories? Mm-hmm. My favorite feud that Cena had, hands down, was with Edge.
Yeah.
Hands down. My favorite actual, like, John Cena moment was the return at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because no human being should have come back from that as quickly as he did. Mm-mm. And so it was at a different time. What was that? 09 or
08.
08?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a different time. Social media was not what it is now, obviously. Kayfabe was still, as much as it ever had been at that point, really still intact.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually legitly one of the biggest, I think, shocks in the history of the company.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Because there was zero thought on anyone's mind that Cena was wrestling after 3.5 or 4 months.
Yeah, like
fully
max 4 months.
Fully tearing his pec off the bone.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that was happening. And in I forget what documentary or what it was that they talked about this and everything. Like, the wrestlers in the ring didn't know he was coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like him and like 2 other people knew, because it was like, hey, we're going to keep this super low key in case I can't do this. Yeah. So like they had a backup plan. Like, that shit doesn't happen now. Mm-hmm. The shocks like that do not happen now.
Yeah.
You know who's at every show, you know where they're at, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think the closest thing to that was CM Punk returning at War Games.
Yeah. Or Hardy Boys at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. But still, I just think, like, that is such a, when you think of Cena and you think of him he's standing like this and he just,
Yep.
And
Huge moment.
You think of the moment of Triple H is just whooping ass in the ring, and then all of a sudden his music hits and he stops dead in his tracks and he's just like, what the fuck? And just looks at him, and like, that's a genuine reaction.
Yeah.
He's like, is this happening? How the fuck is he back right now? Like, what is he doing? How's he here?
Yeah.
I just thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
To answer, do you want to go to yours?
Yeah,
or do you
let's
want...
go. Let's
okay,
back and forth.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments was his feud with the Wyatt family leading into WrestleMania 30. It was just gold all the way through. Minus, I do wish Bray Wyatt won the match, but like the whole lead up to it, and then getting like the Eminem legacy like music to that story build at WrestleMania, it was just so good.
Yeah.
And then just to kind of build another one, I did have 2. His feud with Brock Lesnar that gave the birth of FU was incredible. It was just it made him a huge star, I feel like, during that moment. And so
true.
Those 2 really stuck out in my mind.
Yeah.
All right. Did you always like him, or were there times you didn't, or...
You already know the answer to this, Tim.
Give it to me.
And you know how I know you already know? Because you and Nathan used to give me so much shit about... I've been an OG member of the C Nation Army since day one. I've never faltered.
No.
Nothing. I've always loved Cena. I always thought he was great. And you and Nathan used to give me so much shit about it. Because you're like, oh, the 5 moves of doom. And
Nathan was a big ride or die too for a very, very long time.
And I've always loved John Cena. You could bitch about his fucking moveset all you want. There's a short list of people in the history of this business, that can go toe to toe with Cena when it comes to evoking emotion and telling story in and outside of the ring.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you boil it down, that's what this is about. That's why we do what we do. That's why people care so fucking much. It's because of the ability to evoke emotion and make people feel something.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Yeah.
And he is one of the best to ever do it.
Well, with every Let's Go Cena, there was a Cena sucks. And
absolutely.
I love to hate on him. Did I hate him legitimately? No. I just loved to hate on him. I don't think I appreciated him as much as I should have.
Yeah.
Because, damn, looking at this last year and as the days count down, I've gotten emotional about it and everything. I was bitter at times because I wanted others to go over at times.
Yeah.
But But that's wrestling. That's just wrestling. You can look at any era and say the same thing about it. Like Roman's reign, you know, with the title. How many people did we want to see go over him?
Yeah.
Sami Zayn, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that sticks out. Like, so everyone has that moment, but Cena did it so well. And I never once hated his matches. It was never, I didn't care. Like, yes, I made fun of the 5 moves of Doom.
Yeah, everyone did.
But his matches were hella entertaining. There was never one where I'm just like, he didn't phone it in, right? You know, he gave it his all in everything. So I love to hate on him. I definitely started appreciating him more and more as the years gone by. So
for sure.
All right. Anything else you would like to add about it?
I think it's just interesting considering like what this year is and has been, to hear him come out outright and say that he wanted to do like 220 dates. Mm-hmm. He wanted to do the full tour. He wanted to be on a bus. He wanted to pause everything. And now, to my knowledge, we don't necessarily, well, no, because he said they only needed me for 30 or whatever it was.
Or 38 or something. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking this dude who has literally carried this company on his back since 2002. Mm-hmm. He wanted to come back and do a full fucking thing.
Why not let him do it?
What the fuck? Like and for him to come out and say it, I think is huge, because that's letting the fans know like they got robbed and it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to kind of
I fully agree with that. I heard that too.
Super disappointing to hear.
I thought it was just like an article, but then you like saw it, and I was just like, "Damn!"
He said it live on fucking. I don't know. It was a talk show of some or a podcast or something.
Exactly.
I don't know what it was, but yeah.
My last thing on it is just looking back. There's just so many memorable moments. There will never be another John Cena, as cliche as that is. He carried the company a long time and did it through a time when it was probably as tough as it could be. Like, you get the social media started where you take away some of those surprises. And the online voice becomes like, that's all you hear.
Yeah, and he began immediately after arguably the best era of wrestling.
Yes.
Ever. Of the Attitude Era.
100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's so fucking hard to not be like, hey, you're going to be the guy to follow that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just like, oh shit. And he fucking he handled it, man. And he did it.
If you look back on the last 2 decades that he was part of, it's just, you take him out of that, wrestling looks very bleak. Like, there's some good characters in there that could maybe carry you, and maybe they would find someone to do it, and I'm sure they would, but just looking at it from our perspective right now, it would be very bleak without him. So it's, again, there will be never be another John Cena, and just hats off to him.
Yeah, dog.
That brings us over to Blockbusters Focus Features. I was really excited about this. I got this in early because last Saturday this trailer dropped for Paradise Season 2. Synopsis: an outside world is exposed in the aftermath of Season 1, while inside the bunker a new regime emerges. Xavier begins the search for his wife, Terry, outside the bunker, forging new alliances and encountering potential threats. Cast is a bunch of people, but the main guy is Sterling K. Brown. Release date for this is February 23rd of next year, and the platform is Hulu/Disney Plus. What'd you think of this trailer?
I'm so excited for this. This show's it's one of those shows, because there is only one season so far, where I kind of forgot about it after binging the first season entirely because it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
But with all of the other fucking shit that we cover and we watch and shows I'm trying to keep up on, I've totally forgot about this. So when I read this on the edge, I was like, Paradise Season day. I was like, why do I know Paradise? I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And then I forgot to watch the fucking trailer until today. But I was like, oh, shit, that's right. And then watching the trailer just, like, brought me right back into it.
Yeah.
And
That's
it looks so good. It's a completely like different variation of a somewhat similar concept, at least, of Silo.
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
But this at least looks like it's actually survivable outside. Sorry.
No, I fully agree. It was one of those shows that you just binge through because it was so good.
Yeah.
And so, but it's so quick, and then it just kind of, goes to the back of the queue. And then when that trailer dropped, I was like, "Fuck yes!" Oh, the show. I'm so super excited about this one. So
same, dude.
That is
looks
why
great.
it is the focus feature. What do you got?
I got something.
Yes, you did.
I had something else.
You did.
And we'll talk about that too. But I had something else, which is funny because I had it put on early in the week, and I had the little blurb in the agenda saying that it's like trailer for this is dropping this Thursday.
Yep.
The trailer dropped. I put it on. I was like, got mine. We're good. Timmy has his. I got mine. We good. And then I saw the trailer for this, and I didn't even hesitate. I said, nope, sorry, you're moving to what's in the news, and I'm putting this motherfucker on here.
Yep.
This is something I've never heard of. Didn't know anything about it. Watched the trailer for it, and holy fucking shit, this looks amazing. So, it's called His and Hers. The synopsis is, set in the sweltering heat of Atlanta, Anna lives in hunting reclusivity, fading away from her friends and career as a news anchor. But when she overhears about a murder in Dahlonega?
Sounds good to me.
The sleepy town where she grew up, Anna is snapped back to life, pouncing on the case and searching for answers. Detective Jack Harper is strangely suspicious of her involvement, chasing her into the crosshairs of his own investigation. There are two sides to every story, his and hers, which means someone is always lying. What a good tagline.
Yeah, it is.
The cast of this is MCU alums Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal, Pablo Schreiber, Crystal Fox, Sunita Mani, Rebecca Rittenhouse, Marin Ireland, and Poppy Liu. Farts. I didn't put the release date on here.
I think it was in January.
Yeah, I think it's January. I don't know why I forgot to put that on there, so my bad. I'm pretty sure it's January. But the platform will be on Netflix. The trailer for this looks fucking like, that's a good synopsis. Does no justice to the trailer.
No.
Like, that is a very solid synopsis. A lot of information. Doesn't do a damn thing for the trailer. The trailer of this had me like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
And there's one specific line in it where the John Bernthal's character gets asked, what was up with that reporter? Who is that? And then his answer to it, I was like, what? Like, now the name of it makes sense, but I wasn't expecting that at all.
No, I agree.
So
I really like that moment. This gives me vibes of like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but whodunit.
Yeah, but in a different way for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking up real quick when it comes out, because I feel bad that I fucked that up. January 8th, 2026. Yeah, we were right, January.
So right away. But yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be a wild ride. I'm so here for it because this is definitely right up my alley.
Yeah,
I love
same. This looks so good. And this looks to me like one that I will be able to get Lindsay in on watching too. So like, it could be a new show for us to watch for however long it's going to run. So
it's going to get us thinking it's one thing and then twist it on us.
For sure.
Oh, I'm ready. What's in the news? What's in the news?
Oh yeah, this is me. Not Without Hope.
Yeah.
The trailer for this one.
I thought it looked good. It's kind of along the lines of like We Are Marshall, kind of just like those feel good vibes of like a survival and just trying to live. And I like the cast of this. It looks good. I'm a big fan of Zachary Levi, and then Josh Duhamel.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it's gonna get you right in the heart there, man. And right in the feels. And
4 friends go on a fishing trip, and they get caught in a storm, and the boat capsizes, and they are trying to survive.
Yeah,
that's pretty much where we're at.
And then you got their like school or like whatever their motto is getting said throughout. And it's just. I don't know, the trailer really gets at you too.
Yeah.
And so I can only imagine the movies can do the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next up, in a turn of events, right after we talked about it last week and how Netflix is gonna...
It was like the next day, or it was like Monday, I think, is when I saw it. I was like, oh shit, we just talked about this.
Yep. But Netflix, came to an agreement with WB, HBO to sell for, $82.3 billion. Paramount comes along and goes, we're going to give you $108 billion and some different
full cash. And this is the thing is this is a $108 billion cash offer.
Yes.
Where Netflix's was the $82 billion, but it was like cash and stock stuff. So this obviously is way better on investors. This looks way better. So to my knowledge, as of right now, we don't have there's nothing else been said. It was just that Paramount's trying to swoop in and blindside Netflix with it. And
sounds like there's just a lot behind it. And I was surprised that nothing more else came about it because it was such a big $108 billion counter offer, right? And so it's just wild to see that come along. Next up, the drama trailer.
Yeah.
We got Rob Pattinson and Zendaya in a A24 film, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
yes, it was A24.
Yeah, it's like a dramedy.
Yeah,
you're right. Dramatic rom-com.
Yeah,
a dramedy.
It's crazy just because the reason I put it on here is because we got I forget the name of it, but Rob Pattinson was in another movie recently with Jennifer Lawrence, and it was a couple relationship movie.
It was like the kind of like the inter turmoil of a new mom in kind of seclusion.
Yes,
dealing with it,
and so you kind of get maybe a little better side of a relationship in this, but also has some dark tendencies throughout the trailer in this. For sure. So definitely has my interest. I like the cast of it, obviously, and so yeah.
All right, next up we have Relentless, the movie where it depicts a unhomed individual, guy living out of his car for whatever reasons and purposes, goes after breaks into a wealthy individual's home. And we got some fucking brutal fight scenes and action sequences going on in this, and some chasings and some happenings. From the trailer, it looks like it's just two guys, not really much going on around, and it's just all you see is these brutal fight scenes throughout, some barbed wire wrapped around his hand and everything. It looks wild, dude. It just looks wild, and I agree. Next up, we have Netflix has announced, this blends both of our two main points of the show here, but Netflix has announced that season 2 of WWE Unreal will release on January 20th of 2026. So I just thought that was worth noting on here. I really enjoyed this first season. So I look forward to season 2. It mentioned on there what it's going to focus on, but I honestly stopped reading before that because I kind of don't want to know. Kind of just want to watch it. Yeah, I kind of want to watch it and be surprised. Yeah, so I didn't even read the rest of that, and just put that on there. So I'm here for it, man. It was a fun idea, and just keep it going, man. Yeah. I mean, that's what this relationship Netflix and WWE is for. Yeah, for sure. And we also have, which was what I alluded to earlier, my initial focus feature was Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, the DCU movie following Superman's cousin, Kara-El. Yeah. The trailer for that dropped. And it definitely is a James Gunn movie. For sure. Looks and feels very thematically in line with Guardians, which is very Guardians. I think is a good thing. I absolutely do agree with that. But caveat, do it once. Don't lean into it too much. What do you mean?
let this movie have those vibes of Guardians of the Galaxy, but don't lean on it
Don't turn the DCU into...
don't turn it into that.
No, I totally agree with you. And I think he's already kind of established that with the tone and tendencies within Superman.
I love the tones. Keep the tones.
Yeah.
But like this looks like she's like a kind of like a drunk character. It feels like on the nose with Guardians a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, but Chris Pratt's character wasn't a drunk character. He was just a dancing little like thief.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So
true.
like I get what you're saying though. I totally get what you're saying, because there is definitely this did feel very close.
Yes.
But it also looks fucking awesome.
It does. It really does. I'm excited.
It looks really good.
Once again,
Jason Momoa as
Lobo in this,
and he looked like it was a very quick glimpse. But if you pause it right and you get that still, he looks fucking dope.
Yeah,
so.
And it looks like it's a fun ride. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy, and so I'm definitely here for this.
James Gunn has yet to let us down.
Exactly.
So
exactly. It brings us over to Street Fighter teaser just released, and holy hell, this looks like so much fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The fighting looks really cool, and one of my favorite parts of this teaser trailer was like the little car scene. Like in the game, you had to beat down the car, and you see that in this trailer, and that I was just like an instant callback to.
I read this article where it showed like different things where it was like the moments in the trailer that paid homage to the game. And there was a bunch of stuff, but that was like probably the main one that stuck out. But then just like the look of all of these characters is so accurate.
Yeah.
Like Roman Reigns Akuma looks fucking perfect. Mm-hmm. Cody Rhodes' Guile looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ryu and Ken both look great. Yeah. Like you get Chun-Li, like all of them look Vega. They all look great. Dhalsim, fucking E Honda, Zangief, like Bison. You're getting all of them, and they all look fantastic. And then you get the Ryu, like roll on the back and flip them over.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, man, because that was like one of the go-to moves that you would hit in the games with Ryu was that. So it was great. Like that, the uppercuts.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm super excited for this movie. The teaser trailer just got me so pumped.
I was so taken aback by the teaser trailer. I saw this a couple days before either of us went to put it on here or did put it on here. Because it came out like Wednesday or Thursday, I think, and then I think we put it on Friday. Like you put it on yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because I went to put it on yesterday and you had added it. So it came out either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember exactly what day it was. When I first saw it though, totally thought it was fake.
Oh, really?
I legitimately was like, this isn't actually it. Because like there were a couple parts where I thought the faces looked a little like AI'd, like CGI AI'd type of thing. And so I was like, this isn't fucking real, whatever. And then I ended up going back and I saw it again yesterday that it was posted by the Street Fighter, like their account on X.
Yeah.
They posted it. And I was like, oh, fuck. I started watching it. I was like, oh, shit, this is the same thing I watched yesterday. I was like, no shit, this is actually this is it. And then I like watched it like full screen on my computer. And I was like, oh, okay, this looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it really does. More Avenger Doomsday potential news. There's 4 teasers that have kind of been announced. And it looks like dates might have been announced. It's not from like a reliable source, but 12/18 lines up with Avatar, Fire and Ash coming out,
that's one of the things that I've seen the most of is that it would be, I think it would be 12/19.
Okay.
Because it would be this coming Friday is when Fire and Ash comes out.
But they do like Thursday, like kind of like the midnight release, but they usually do like 7 p.m. the day.
I didn't even realize they still did that. But
So,
okay, yeah.
So it kind of lines up with that. And then we got a Christmas Day, potentially a New Year's Day.
Which makes sense because the Christmas Day is a year and 1 day away from the release.
Yeah, a New Year's Day. And then also the 8th of January, which it seems crazy that they're so close together.
Well, they're all a week apart.
Yeah, which...
Yeah, essentially a week apart.
But I'm hearing rumblings that it could be just teaser of groups that are involved with Doomsday, like having the OG heroes and maybe the X-Men.
I was wondering if that was what it was going to be, because because I didn't see the dates, I just saw that there was going to be 4 teasers coming soon, and I was like, oh shit, that's new. That's definitely different than anything Marvel's ever fucking done.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I wonder if it would cover, like, if it's going to be, we're going to get a teaser trailer that is just the Fantastic Four gearing up for it, just the new Avengers gearing up for it, just the X-Men, the OG X-Men gearing up for it. And I don't know what the fourth one would be.
I think the OG.
The OG Avengers.
The Avengers, yeah.
Or like the current Avengers, not the new Avengers, but the current actual, like, group. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. That would be... Either way, let's fucking go. We're getting essentially 4 straight weeks of teaser trailers leading up to next year's release.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. And then what I would assume would probably be a full-blown trailer for the Super Bowl or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Just any more for this movie, please. I want to see more, and just having dates to it gets me excited. All right. We got some unfortunate news. We got our Triple B Memoriam. We got a couple losses this week, or a few losses. Yeah. So starting with Peter Green, known for Pulp Fiction. The Mask is really where I know him from. He was in The Usual Suspects. Peter Green unfortunately passed away. And then we also had 2 voice actors also pass away. Jim Ward, who was known for Fairly Odd Parents, Doug Dimmadome, and then Jeff Garcia, known as Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. Some big names in the voice actor
All
roles.
3 things are things that we both grew up with.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So
or people, I guess. But The Mask specifically for Peter Green, and then obviously both TV shows.
Yeah, exactly. So this one's to you guys. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
And
thanks for the memories.
Special segment.
Hell yeah.
We got Toasted or Trash this week. And Ryan, I picked for you because last week you told me you haven't watched it. So it was just too on the nose not to pick it. So, ready or not?
Yeah.
What did you think of this movie?
Straight up, just out the gate, I thought it was toasted. This, I mean, and I already know you did because of just what we talked about last week, or you wouldn't have been excited about the second one coming out, right?
Yep.
So
True.
I already know you thought it was toasted, so this one was a little less of a mystery for me, but it was fucking awesome. I really liked the entire premise of it, the story, the history without the story that you get throughout it too. I thought that was really well done, and it was also, like, at the same time kind of it was like a horror comedy. Yeah. Right? Like that's what they're set up to be.
Yeah.
But it was like not a comedy, that's not the right term. It was more of like a satirical horror movie.
Yes. Right? Yeah. Kind of like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. Where it's like kind of making fun of itself while also like having you fully invested and having moments where you're like, oh shit. But just the fucking sister.
Oh god.
Just the accidental offing of both of the 2 maids.
So
and then the
good.
other one just like the other one just in the fucking dumbwaiter thing, and like like that scene, Lindsay was out painting a banner, and she's like, I hate being out here because I listen to everything, I get invested, so she keeps walking over and watching, and then that scene though, she's like, okay, I'm going to bed. She's like, that just made my stomach hurt. Yeah. The dumbwaiter scene.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, fuck, man. I was like, dumbwaiters are never a good idea. Anytime there's a dumbwaiter in a horror movie, somebody's dying because of the dumbwaiter.
Exactly.
Like, it's happening. There's no question. Like, that's the only reason, that's the only use of a dumbwaiter is to kill somebody. So, I thought it was fantastic. This made me so much more excited and curious, even more so, to see how the second one is played out.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I didn't know, obviously, watching the trailer last week, but now it's like, now I kind of understand what they're talking about in the trailer, but I'm also even more so curious, like, okay, how does this actually work now?
Yeah.
You know, so...
No, it was a fun rewatch. You're absolutely right. I gave it away last week just of how excited I was for the second one. Definitely thought it was toasted, but it was... Rewatching it this week, I was just like, It's such a good one.
It is great. It really
Such
is good.
a good movie.
Alrighty, and then my pick for you, Tim, which I'm actually very interested in hearing what your take on this is Riff Raff. We covered it on the show last year. It came out in 2024. And yeah, I hadn't watched it, so this is a new watch for me as well. I assume it was a new watch for you.
New watch for me as well.
And so yeah, I hadn't watched it yet, and I was just like, oh, you know what? That was one that we talked about. I'm gonna throw it on. Let's do it. So we get another one that we covered out of the way. So what'd you think?
All-star cast for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I thought this was a total snooze fest.
Oh, really?
And it was nothing like the trailer. Like, I was so excited for this from what the trailer presented, and then it just did not deliver on that for the movie. Was there cool things in there? I really liked the kid in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the most likable character to me, and it was just, he's so innocent throughout the whole movie until the end, and then but yeah, it was not what I was expecting, and not in a good way, unfortunately. And there was some cool little, they tried to do some little twists at the end, definitely, but it just spent so much time leading to that moment, but not delivering enough. So I'm going to say it was trash, and I'm going to say you thought it was trash.
It was, I'm like kind of down the middle.
Okay.
I'm more, definitely wasn't toasted.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to necessarily classify it as trash because I did enjoy the movie. That's the thing, is like, because I've watched it in bits throughout this week. Like this week was kind of crazy for me, so I just didn't have time to just sit down and watch another movie on top of Ready or Not. And so I kind of was kicking myself for giving you Riff Raff. I was like, I should have just given you one I've already seen, so I didn't have to worry about rewatching it, or at least not in its entirety.
Yeah,
you know. And but I was just like, fuck, I'm just gonna watch it. Like, I was watching it in 10-minute increments to and from work, and
gotcha.
It wasn't one with doing that. Like, if it was truly a full blown, just like, this is fucking boring as shit, that would have been really hard to finish.
Yeah,
I was actually like finding myself just like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah.
And like, I was still into the story. I agree with you that it was slow.
Yeah.
It was definitely slow. I don't know that there was ever an actual like true climax of the movie. Like that final sequence, you would definitely, like, you would argue and say that was what it was.
Yeah.
But even that wasn't super energetic or super like intense or anything.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like that's what the movie was meant to be.
It probably was.
Like, that's kind of how I was looking at it. I was like, I feel like this is just what it is.
Yeah.
And it is a slower moving, and it is just more story, and they're getting things across in a different way than I think what we're used to.
For sure.
And so I kind of just, like, I was looking at it a little bit differently, like through a different lens. And that's why I'm not jumping to calling it trash. I wouldn't call it toasted, because it's definitely, I don't think it's one I would watch again.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not one where I'm like, fuck, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
So
I will give it credit. Like, I like the way it did kind of develop the story of why the climax happened and everything.
And this is one of the first movies we've watched for the show where there's been a shit ton of flashbacks that actually played a role in the full story. So
true. Very true.
Like, I don't think this is a movie that we would have been watching on Blockbusted.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah. And if we did, I feel like we would have given it more credit.
Yeah, we would have been like, nah, I don't think I agree with a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was a solid movie. Bringing us over to the Blockbusters question of the week this week, I posed this one, and full disclosure, I asked AI.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Have you ever done AI? Have you ever put an AI question on here?
I have not.
So we have quite a few firsts on this episode.
We do.
I've been doing a lot of AI stuff at work. It's just like a part of what we do at school now. And so I'm like constantly messing with different stuff. And I was just like, you know what? You had put on the belts question. So I was like, I'm going to try to get the Blockbusters question done. I feel like we try to do one or the other typically every week, unless we're just one of us is struggling or if one of us just has to right away.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, we've done this for a long time now, year and a half. These questions don't just easily come to us anymore. No. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to see what AI could come up with. So I kind of gave it a little blurb about like what it is we do. I wanted like a unique, interesting question. And I thought what came up with this, and I was like, this is actually pretty fucking solid. Mm-hmm. So I put it on. So it says, we now have two distinct measures of success: the box office blockbuster like Dune 2 and Barbie, and the streaming cultural event like Squid Game or Stranger Things. If you were a creative director, which category would you rather have a guaranteed hit in? One that makes billions of dollars, or one that dominates conversation, memes, and the public consciousness for 2 months, but may not have a clear financial metric?
So I thought this was kind of like a tough question to ask, just because I wasn't so clear on what it was asking, but I'm going to do my best to answer it. So
let me try to break it down, at least the way that I took it was, would you rather have one that is, because it's the theater box office or it's the streaming phenomenon?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So which one would you, because there's no true like monetary metric with streaming.
Yeah.
Right? Because we don't see, there's no ticket sales for streaming.
Yeah.
It's just people that are already paying for the streaming services.
Yeah.
But like Stranger Things and Barbie.
Yeah.
Barbie was, one of, if not the biggest fucking blockbuster of last summer.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is one of the biggest arguably one of the biggest streaming shows ever.
Yeah.
And it's like you have this huge blockbuster, but the thing is, nobody's fucking talking about Barbie anymore. Mm-hmm. Stranger Things has been getting talked about since it debuted in 2016 or whatever it was when it debuted, and will probably, more than likely, continue to be talked about well after the part 2 of the season finale drops later this month.
Yeah.
Right? And that'll be like something that is kind of like held up to and compared to for other projects type thing. Like that kind of like streaming phenomenon, or a block, like a box office blockbuster.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I like. Which one would you, if you were in that chair, which one would you rather lean toward? The one that's more of like a cultural event, or one that is like fucking just breaking records monetarily and economically? So
I said I would lean towards the box office blockbuster. While the cultural events are amazing, thinking back to like Lost and Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, these were such fun times. But to me, the streaming doesn't feel the same anymore. It's not a watch one episode a week and then everyone talks about it. It's everyone binges it, talk about it, and then it kind of quickly goes away. Yeah, will you talk, like I still talk about Game of Thrones and everything, but not like in depth or anything. So a movie just seems like it stands like the test of time. So not leaning on Barbie so much, but you think of things like Titanic, Avatar, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, just those movies made it big in the box office. Everyone's talking about them. Then they get re-released out in the theaters, and everyone loves to go back and watch those things. And it feels like it just stands the test of time. The box office one for me, and that's why I went that way.
Okay. Pull my notes back up. I said the opposite. I said I think more of like a Stranger Things type event or movement, something that really sticks with people, would be more important to me than hitting a monetary mark. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you. I think there are obviously, and I think you could look at it very similarly on both sides.
Yeah.
Right. Where you have things from both sides of streaming and box office that are very comparable to each other, I think. But I just feel like some of the shows and stuff that I've seen and even some of the movies I've seen on streaming have just been such high content quality. Apple.
Yeah.
Just fucking constant banger after banger after banger. Dude, Netflix is dropping some really good stuff. Peacock's put out some great things. Amazon, Paramount, like they've all done really good stuff on just streaming. And then obviously like movies, I love going to the theater and doing the movie thing too. But I think if I was actually behind, like the creative head behind something, I would look more for, like, just personally, I would want there to be more of a following behind something like Stranger Things or Wednesday, or you know what I mean? Like, where like people are really fucking getting into it, because I think that's more creatively would be more rewarding than just knowing that like people spend a bunch of money one time to go see it in theaters. Yeah. And having that be the end all be all of whether it was successful.
But we're going to go see Avengers Avengers Endgame again, right?
100%. Yeah, I already put it on our calendar.
Yep.
I put both that and Doomsday on the calendar already. Lindsay thought it was this week. She didn't pay attention because she was like, "You put something on for 2026 in December." I was like, "I put two things on for December 2026. I want to make sure we knew it was happening." Yep. But no, I just feel like for me it would be. There's like, I don't know. It's just more of the story and the creative ability behind things to be able to make things just really stick and impact people. It would be more of what I would want to get out of the process. Yeah. Just personally for me. So,
and I don't think I really answered it from the creative director side, but even thinking of that, I still kind of stick with the movies, just because I think of like that Avengers Endgame, like you see all the reactions online and just how awesome that was. And while some streaming shows do have some theater releases, it just doesn't have that kind of feel to it, you know?
Yeah,
and,
no, I totally get what you're saying.
I really dig that.
I agree.
So, but yeah, really thought-provoking question.
Yeah,
though.
I thought it was good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Gemini. Cheers, brother.
Episode 80.
Fuck yeah.